Oops. Hello, everybody, just coming in. Nice to see you. Welcome. Thanks for joining me today. How did you like my Facebook avatar? Wasn't it cute? I thought it was really cute. Hello, Samantha G. Welcome. I'm dealing with allergies and possibly a little bit of a cold right now, so hence all of the humming. Yeah, so it's what it is. How's everybody today? Doing well, I hope. I've got everything set up finally properly today so that I can see the chat and everything really nicely. I don't have to, look backwards. Welcome, everybody. So I'm just going to warm up here and get ready to do a opening reading for everybody who decides to come in the room. Take a deep breath. Tune into the energies. If you're waiting for communication to come in, it's going to. All right, tune into the energies. Tune into the energies. Tune into the energies. Everyone who's in the room, do me a quick favor and give a quick hello so I know you're here and I know who's here and I get to interact with you. That'd be awesome. I'm just going to take my butane lighter and clear the energy space a little bit. I'm going to light some masala sticks here. Hi, Karina Coley from the UK. Welcome. Wesley, hello. Welcome, everybody. So first of all, how this all works, how I'm gonna do it today is I'm gonna do a general reading for everyone in the room. And then after that, we will go ahead into the You Pay We Play, which means you can go ahead and leave a donation or pay in Super Chat. And the donation link will be down in the description, probably at the very bottom, because I didn't edit that today. $10 minimum, and I will pull you a specific reading. So let's just, hi Marika from Biloxi, Missouri. Very nice. Nice to have all you with me. I was looking for other ways to add to pay. I've not figured them all out yet for those in the States who would like different ways to pay. So I'm working on it. Grounding my energy. So someone is looking at ways to how do we say, focusing your intention, looking into ways to, you're trying to take some calculated moves. It's like a it's almost like the situation that you're requiring or that you're in requires you to be 5 steps ahead of anyone else, or that's how you feel. But I wanted to say that even in that moment of trying to take put yourself 5 steps ahead, we really need to move from our heart space And perhaps you're using your mind to reason the 5 steps ahead. You're trying to maneuver for your heart because your heart is wanting something so deeply. When your heart wants something or someone or another or a job or a family member, something, healing or love so deeply, it's going to manifest it to it without your mind having to do the chess moves to get there. What we're all going through right now is like a return to spirit within ourselves, but that comes from a heart-centered place. We are all being guided and led by the angels right now. There's so much protection around us. It's like we feel the need to be earth warriors, but there's no longer the need to necessarily fight in a warrior type style with the mind, with the heart, with anything, or with the sacral chakra. It's about moving from your heart space. Your mind might tell you, oh, this is happening, oh, this is happening, oh, this is happening. But yeah, Halo, but my heart really wants this thing. What your heart actually wants is a much broader perspective of that thing or that item or that person you're focused on. What your heart actually wants is love in general. I'm not sure why the chat's not showing up here properly on my tablet. There we go, that's better. Cecile, I would say that you probably have Lilith in Cancer right now. Hello, Gilly Gilbert, welcome. All right. There's some sort of energy around Lilith right now, wherever Lilith sits in your birth chart, that is going to affect how you decide to move forward and what your karma is in this life. So if you know how to pull a birth chart for yourself, I would do that. You can go to Cafe Astrology. There's many of them online. It's free. You go ahead and put in your name, the time you were born, the day you were born. If you don't know the time, just put 12 noon. And then you can pull a chart based on everything surrounding the moment you were born into this life. And I would highly suggest, if you're interested in doing that, that you also do the research based on, you know, what houses your planets sit in or energies sit in. Lilith is an asteroid. It's included in your birth chart. It's kind of like the thing that's going to challenge you in this life will be possibly what you find hardest and could be the undoing of your stability and what you're reaching for. Very nice, Wesley. That's actually kind of nice. Being that we're in the water energy, are you having any issues deciding between what to do, deciding where your heart wants to go, Wesley? It's like when I was talking about the return of spirit to us, If you were to look at your heart as a white orb, how would you see it? Would the center of the orb be translucent, or is the whole thing white, or does it shine white rays out from it? If it's a white orb, how does it look to you? If your heart is a white orb, I use white because white is a sign of peace and purity. How does it look to you? Are the outer edges white? How do you envision your heart as a white orb? Maybe you can put in the chat, you guys, how you view your heart. If you're to look at your heart as a white orb, is it solid white? Is it translucent in the center? Are there rays coming from it? Is it white in the center and gray on the outside? We're going to get to all the messages after we touch base together with the energies, and that's what I'm doing for this reading here, this conversation we're having. So what does that orb look like for you? Does it look like a cell? The cells, a lot of times in our body, when you look at them on the microscope, they actually can be translucent in the center. Envision how your heart looks as an orb. If it's a white orb, how does your heart look? Depending on what tones are in there, I would like you to go ahead and look at Google what the colors mean, or if it's gray, look at what the gray means, gray in a word of spiritual meaning is. If you're looking at the outside as white or a line around it or something, look at what white means in the chart. If you see rays coming from something, look at what the spiritual meaning for rays talks about. If you see numbers associated to your heart, go ahead and Google what those numbers are. Where does the blue sit, Kimberly? Is the blue in the center, or is it in the outside? Is it on the outside? Is the center brighter, or is the outside brighter? I have the 10 of Cups, first one out. We're ending a cycle of how we have viewed love to this point. We're heading into the energy of doing what truly is going to bring us happiness. It's almost like we've realized that something up to this point has served its purpose, but moving forward, it's a different story. It's like your needs change as the cycles change, as you graduate, as you step through a portal of energy into a new cycle, your needs change. And I think we're all coming to a realization that our needs very well in love, in relationship, and even with our love of money, our job, all of those sorts of things are changing. There's a need to take control in a way that is protective, but at the same time still moves from your heart. So it's like testing, it's like setting new boundaries and then testing them, seeing how that works out in the world. It's not about pushing people away. It's not about keeping people at a distance. It's about trusting that what you're doing is for your heart's best outcome. If that makes sense to you guys, if what I'm saying makes any sense to you guys, go ahead and put a yes in the chat so I know that you're all here and listening. So that you're, I want to say that you guys are like moving away from a situation, a circumstance. It's like, yeah, absolutely moving away from the old, moving away from the old way of doing, being, into the new way. It's like coming up with a new way for your soul to have the desires it wants. Keeping your heart open at a new level. It's like opening your heart entirely. It's almost like the need to, if you open your heart entirely, then better boundaries need to be put up there to protect your heart. But if you're opening your heart entirely, can you 1000% trust that who comes into your life and who sits across from you, it's meant to be, and that the divine has put them there for absolute reason. Now, whether the reason your intention you are putting on that person is the same as what the divine is asking you or is there for, might be entirely different. So if you're in love with somebody, or you feel that heart connection, a deep soul thing, connection with somebody, it doesn't necessarily mean that that deep soul connection is love. It doesn't necessarily mean that that deep soul connection is there for the form of a girlfriend, boyfriend, love type relationship that we would put on it. Ask the divine why this person is in your life. Ask them to show you. Ask them to show you why this person is in your life. Are you to be the guru? Are they to be the guru? Are you both here just to teach each other? Or is it supposed to be a girlfriend-boyfriend relationship or a loving spouse relationship? Or is it here just simply as a mirror to you to show you where you've gone wrong, a mirror to you, communication coming in to show you where you've gone wrong, perhaps in your own life. I think there's a whole lot of people right now who want to do healing, who want to heal, who want to have the things that have ached them in the past. They want to heal them. They want to get to a place where they can enjoy the freedom of being who they are without actual repercussion, right? The question is, in wanting that freedom to be who you are without repercussion, can you give that to others as well? Can you take yourself out of the mix of how things turn out or who a person is or what happens with a said situation or person and actually understand that that's not about you? Their feelings right now in the moment could very well be about them. And that you are there to mirror to them what they need to learn. We get so caught up in this life with who we are supposed to be with, who we are supposed to love, who we are in relationship with, even with parents and children and siblings. We get so caught up with what is the connection, how come this, how come that, how come the other. We really need to raise ourselves above the, what I'm getting is the whys. Raise ourselves above the questions and get into a position of accepting others without repercussion for them being who they are. Just like you would like to be accepted without repercussion for being who you are. If that makes any sense. All right, that's enough said, enough channeled messages. I'm going to get started with the payment readings here. Kimberly is first. You're very welcome. Kimberly, the normal saying for you is that moving away, he's going to feel your energy moving away and going to want to come back your direction. The reality is, pardon me. The reality is you need to look towards the new, the Ace of Cups. Would he come back your direction? Possibly. Would he come back to give you everything you desire? I don't think he's capable of it. Yes, there's a deep soul connection, but when someone's not capable of giving you what your heart desires and you stay in that energy, you stay in that connection regardless of the deep whatever it is, there's got to be a different reason that person is in your life. But the Ace of Cups is a brand new opportunity being given. It's something that you learn for yourself as self-confidence and what you will allow in your life and what you won't. This is typically a yes card, So I do believe he will come back to you, but there's some energy as to, is it really what you want? Is it really what you want? Because you're coming into self-confidence and seeing yourself as the Empress, building yourself. This is confident above all. But this Empress wants an emperor that matches her or above. And if you're waiting for this person based on relationship due to mother, I don't know about that. Just saying. So your answer to your question is yes, but is that really what's best for you? Is it what you want? I think there's a mother energy in the midst of your relationship, just like yesterday. I want to say that there's a new relationship coming towards you, and that person is going to treat you just like this, and you have everything in your arsenal to create this new thing, and it's going to bring you this, but there's some sort of tie to this person that you're having a very hard time letting go of. There's more going on behind the scenes than meets the eye in Cancer season here. You really need to balance your emotions and your mind, your mental capabilities on this whole scenario. It's about getting realistic, and it's not going to be easy to do in Cancer season. It's really not going to be easy to do. I think it's really going to challenge us. Really going to challenge us to decide, really challenge us to make a decision and decide what it is we want in our life and what it is that's best for us in our life. We may decide that we want something, but if the emotional fuckery and the waters are too crazy, is that what's best for you? Do you want something that is more solid, or do you like it? Do you like the emotional fuckery? Do you like trying to have to save a relationship? Is there some sort of challenge there and soul thing that you're dealing with in your life that is a lesson for you to learn? It's almost like you view the patron saint as saint. What is the patron saint of lost cause? Nothing is a lost cause. I can't remember. Nobody and nothing is a lost cause. And I agree with you fully. But trying to manipulate someone's energy to love you in the way you want them to might not be on their soul's journey. And if you feel like something's not finished, it's not. When you get to the place of understanding that you can't control the right now with this person, and that the finished may be years from now, where you realize the finishing energy and allow it to go where it needs to go without trying to hold it to you or bring it to you. I know there's so much love there, there's so much everything else there, but you have to understand that that can also become obsession. So there's a letting go for you, a breaking the bonds that needs to happen. In breaking this bond or deciding that bond isn't there, that you're actually telling yourself a bond is there deeper than it actually is, creates a connection that ends in obsession as opposed to a connection that is of true mutual love. That makes any sense. All right. So who's next? $10. What messages do my guides have for me? Marika, are you in the room and are you listening? I'm going to go ahead and start with Marika's reading now. Actually, Marika, before I do your reading, I'm going to pull a reading for Kimberly. Postcard from Spirit, just one postcard from Spirit for Kimberly. Dearest you, all your prayers are heard and mirrored back to you from the unseen realms. Be grateful, praise things before they manifest, and always ask for the highest good. That's beautiful for you, Kimberly. Always ask for the highest good for all, not what your brain or your heart is necessarily telling you. Pray for what is the highest good of all and release yourself from the situation. When you plead and beg, that will bring you only more reasons to plead and beg. Instead, offer your prayers as sacred gifts as a testament to your faith in a higher power. Open up and let spirit move through you and comfort you. Add meditation as a way to become empty so you will be ready to be filled with inspired epiphanies, peace, understanding, and joy. In this moment, your prayers are being answered for the highest good of both you and all life. Sometimes what you pray for is not supposed to happen for you, and your prayers will be answered in surprising ways. At this moment, we are listening intently to your prayers and want you to know that your highest good is our priority. All is well. That's for Kimberly. You're very welcome, Kimberly. Okay, is Mika, is it Mika? Marika, are you in the room? Marika, let me know if you're here, and I will go ahead and start your reading. What messages do the guides have for me, for Marika? Marika, 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 Marika. Oh, look at who's coming around to say hello. It's my friend. I'm out. I'm out of here, Mom. I'm out of here, Mommy. She's been just crazy around this Capricorn full moon. Holy crap, my cat, I swear to God. Okay, I got 2 postcards from Spirit for Marika, but they're not saying they're in the room unless I just can't see it properly. So how about we go to the next one until Marika tells me she's in the room or he's in the room. Samantha G. Any messages from my grandmother on my father's side? Samantha, are you... Oh, there's Marika. Got her. Okay, I guess we're doing Marika then. All right. Marika is here at 12:22. Look at you go. My time. 222. Coming together in love and unity. Divine feminine, divine masculine. Within yourself, not without. Although I could say you're pulling that energy into you, because as within, so without. Dearest you, we're a chatty bunch over here, always talking about how to support you in your life's journey. We communicate to you through the language of oracles, dreams, signs, metaphors, and omens. In your life on Earth, however, clarity in your communication is essential to being understood. You don't speak in symbols, and if you did, you would definitely confuse things. Right now, you're facing a situation in which you're being asked to have integrity, be clear, and learn how to ask for your needs to be met. The first step is to admit out loud that you have needs. The second is to ask out loud for them to be met. And the third is to allow the other person, organization, or even us to answer you. When you follow these steps, you can most definitely expect an answer. In your favor, affirmative, we say. Loving you so very much. So, Marika, that is the beginning of your reading. Asking for the highest good in all things and follow with integrity. You're being asked to have integrity, which is about speaking your truth, but in order to speak your truth, you've got to know your truth. I want to say that your energy is very scattered. There's some sort of scattered energy about you. Sleepless nights, it's kind of like processing at night. You only have the ability to process while everybody else is like sleeping because there's so much chaotic energy around. And what you're not seeing in this circumstance is that there's some sort of understanding that you have, that you've built your life on, that needs to come up for review, is coming up for review. The first step is to admit out loud that you have needs. The second is to ask out loud for them to be met. And the third is to allow the other person, organization, or even us to answer you. Wow, I got 2 very powerful cards out here. Hi, One Zoe. I got 2 very powerful cards out here. It's like There's something about a foundation that you've built that you're concerned about whether it's gonna stand the test of time. There's an energy within you, or a fear, or a something rising up within you for you to think about. It's coming back up within you. Perhaps hasn't been there for quite some time, but the divine is bringing it back up within you. Something that's kind of lied dead and dormant. You might have told yourself that you're not good enough for this type of thing or this type of scenario, but the divine wants you to know that you are. And man, Marika, I'm telling you, the divine is all over this situation. I have 3 major arcana out of 4 cards. Building your own business per se, stepping into being passionate. The divine wants you to know that they're protecting you here. Absolutely. Let's get some clarifiers on everybody's relationships. Everybody's energies are up for review right now. I listened to a podcast or something going on, and the podcast was about cardinal people with their cardinal signs have already made the decision as of like last March. In June, mutable signs had to make their decisions and move forward whether they wanted to or not. And in December, fixed signs will have to move and make their decisions whether they want to or not. So if you are a mutable sign and you're dealing with a cardinal sign in any way, they've already made their decision. It's best for you to come to terms with their decision and move forward. Communication coming from a distance. There could be a lot of healing between parents and children right now, even if you're an adult child, or going your separate ways. It's one or the other. Making the decision. There's a crossroads based on how you were raised and the truth of who you are. The truth of who you are as a human being, being lived out or not. The divine bringing something back up within you to solve or to heal. I think there's some boredom or apathy here, maybe even depression based on how it's turned out. Wanting to have the movement forward, but there's absolute conflict. And the 7 of Swords, it's almost like self-sabotaging a new business adventure, or somebody you're dealing with, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, self-sabotaging the situation. Hi, Sylvia. Welcome. Long time no see. All right, so that's what I'm getting for you, Marika. What is your best movement forward? I'm gonna say is trusting the divine is your best way forward. You're gonna get communication about going to coffee. This could be with a business person or someone you network with in business, and you may very well meet a kindred spirit in the next little while that is here to help you sort out this foundational issue you have in your life about how things are built and what they're built on. That's what I'm getting for you. You could have a person while Jupiter's retrograde coming back from the past. They may have promises of movement forward quickly, but I'm not so sure they'll be focused as deeply and intently on things as you'd like them to be. Okay, Samantha G. Any messages from my grandmother on the father's side, please, just or general. Okay. Samantha. Samantha. Samantha, were you shopping for skirts lately? or come across a skirt you saw that you really liked in a mall or something. It's like a sky blue. You're very welcome, Marika. A dress. Okay, because your grandma's here. There's short gray hair. It's kind of wavy. She's showing me a skirt or something. So maybe you're looking for a dress, and she says maybe go for a skirt. There's something around your grandma that you have very sad energy about, and it doesn't just have to do with her passing. It's like there's something that happened in life surrounding your or that grandmother that is like keeping you stuck in sad energy. She wants you to move away from it. But it's like every time that you get bored or you feel apathy or depressed in life, this situation or your grandma comes to mind, and as she comes to mind, she wants you to know that there's something needs healing there. Oh yeah, definitely. She's saying that it's not your style to look at the past in order to find healing in the present. It's kind of like you like to move away from the past and move forward at all costs. But there's something about the past that needs to be looked at so that you can have healing moving forward. There's been a stalemate or a decision that's left you feeling with this boredom and this apathy for life in general. Communication coming in and someone coming back around, but the communication coming in is like it's not desired. If I was to sit here and tell you, or if she was to sit here and tell you what the communication would be, really and truly, you'd like be, fuck it. That's the energy I'm getting. But the divine is bringing something back up within you as well. Being Jupiter's retrograde, we're going to have a lot of the past coming back around or up for blessings to come out of it. It's kind of like healing that energy brings about a blessing in your life that's absolutely meant to be. Someone's holding on tight to a situation or scenario. There isn't brand new opportunity coming for awakening, but it definitely has to do with emotions of the past, something that happened in the past when you were a younger adult, I want to say. Was there a pitting against each other of between this grandmother and the parent for whoever the child was of the parent? The grandmother was like a source of care and compassion where the parent couldn't be, so therefore it left the parent and the grandmother at odds with each other. There's an awakening to this energy that there's something about that needs to be healed. If there's communication with a parent that's been rough for you or for somebody, that's coming up for review to be healed right now. And it's going to take some open-mindedness on the side of the child and the parent in order to heal this and to move forward. But it needs to happen. It's almost like as the child grows as an adult, as a young adult, as the child grows, or whoever the child is, they're starting to realize that there's more to it than just there's this grandmother or person that took care of me where my parent failed. It's like, because the grandparent took care of the child, it gave the illusion that the parent was failing the child. But in actuality, what was happening is the parent was trying to assert control and gain control over the grandmother, but then the child felt like they were being controlled. So there's this whole messed up energy of who was actually doing who was solid here. It's like the grandmother should have just said, okay, that's it, I'm done. You take care of your child, you build a bond. But the problem is in going through this scenario, it's created this energy in the child that's grown up now. I'm getting an adult child of this father and grandmother figure. Someone, the grandmother, came from a place of compassion, came from a place of love, which really resonated with the child. And as the father decided to take control of the situation, the child felt like the father was taking away the connection, the only emotional connection that that child had. So the father became the bad guy, when in actuality, nobody was the bad guy. The father was fighting for dominance, and had, even as a child, fought for dominance from the grandmother. The grandmother and the father, as a child, that father fought for dominance with the grandmother, taking over their life, always having the old thing to say and do. Well, there you go. And I want to say, Samantha, that you're very empathic, which is why you had this connection with the grandmother. But I want to tell you that this thing that was going on between the father and the grandmother, oops, sorry, sweetie, are you okay? This thing that was going on between the father and the grandmother, come on, baby, doesn't necessarily have anything to do with you. Your father fought for dominance, fought for himself with his mother the whole damn time before you even came into the picture. So then, when the grandmother wanted to have connection, it was like, they fought for that. My kitty is here. Sorry about all that, guys. Got a lot of spammers and scammers in here lately. All right. So that's the message I have for you from your grandmother. I'm going to pull you a postcard from Spirit. What Spirit would like you to know here? Dear you, do you feel like you need to do all of the work and fix everything for everyone, or you might have no value? Maybe you think you need to control everything or else nothing will get done, be healed, be completed, etc. You may think you need to conform to what others expect of you or choose a course of action to manipulate an outcome, but we don't think that would be a good choice. How about this? Even if it makes you temporarily uncomfortable, do something different. Set that boundary. Delegate responsibility to another. Ask for your needs to be met. And when faced with an impossible situation or sticky, enmeshed relationship, repeat this mantra. I didn't cause it, I can't control it, and it's not my job to cure it. Then carry on. Feels good, doesn't it? The best part is everything just seems to work out beautifully and honestly in the end. Love you so, so much. I think that was very imperative for you to hear. Okay, we're going to move on to one Zoe. Having cosmetic surgery Wednesday 30th. Nervous, hopefully you'll have a great outcome. Any well wishes? I thought so. I thought it was pretty dang perfect. You know, it's going to cause you absolute celebration, this surgery. Oh, wow, that's beautiful. So the surgeon that's going to be doing the surgery is experienced at it. I don't think you have anything to worry about. I think what's going to bug you most is the healing time. I think you're not a very patient person, one Zoe. Maybe you like to think of yourself as patient, but I don't feel that you are. Moving away from a certain way you viewed yourself. It's not surprising right now that people are having dreams of your grandmother and such. I feel, one Zoe, that this walking away from the old version of you is going to bring you incredible happiness. It's going to bring you incredible happiness. I want you just to be careful about the excessive need once it happens to want to change everything about yourself. Because there are some things that are beautiful and bright that should be left alone. That's what I'm hearing. So have your surgery. It's going to turn out beautifully. I think that there's going to be some support from another person or somebody that's close to you. But it's kind of like with having this surgery, you're coming into being a truer version in your own sight of who you're meant to be here as. It's all part of working on yourself. That's what I'm getting. For you. So yes, its surgery is going to go incredibly well. Thank you, Trinity. All right, let's see what Trinity's question is. Message retracted. Okay. Well, it's a personal thing, right? Surgery is a personal thing. I know I've had surgery before and I thought, man, I should have vlogged that for people so they could see the whole journey. In some way, it also holds you accountable to what you're doing and why. People learn. Look at this kitty hiding behind me here. Frey, what you doing? She goes, I want to be up there, Mom. I want to be on camera. I want to be famous. Come here. Come here, baby. Come on. That's my girl. There. And come up here and say hi. Mm-hmm. My kitty. This is Freya, everybody, if you've not met her yet. She's very needy right now, especially around this Capricorn full moon. This cat grounds me in ways I can't even tell you. That grounds me in ways I can't even tell you. Yes, I love you, honey. Yes, you do. There's her tail. Here's her butt. She just wants to climb everywhere, so let's let her climb. She has the need to climb. All right, Trinity, do you have a question? It seems that your question was deleted. Oh, here we go. My question is, where do reunions stand with my twin Capricorn and Aries? Where do my reunions stand? Can you see? Twin and I reunion soon, Capricorn and Aries. Let's find out, shall we? See what the universe has for you. Wow. Well, that energy with your twin is incredibly scattered. And yours as well, I would say. There's a whole lot you're not seeing in this circumstance. All you know right now is that it's taking forever and there's more going on than meets the eye. That's all you know right now. I have Cancer, Pisces, Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn. What you're not seeing in the circumstance is that there's some immaturity. Well, I think you see that. I mean, come on, right? Immaturity, but someone is battling to get into alignment in their life. There's some conflict, some pain, trying to build a circumstance or a situation, but afraid that they will burn during the challenges. That could be you, that could be them. There's your Aries energy. I'd like to say that there's somebody who refuses to walk away from the energy, whether it's twin flame or not, doesn't matter. Coming out of hermit mode, there's been a delay to the whole thing because it's all divinely timed, but someone's actions that are here fighting for the whole circumstance or situation is making a delay. It's like the more energy somebody puts to it right now, the longer it's going to be delayed. This is somebody who's a tyrant, somebody who's in the midst of the whole thing, or is in tyrannical energy, like they want to control everybody. Their control isn't even for the sake of a higher good. It's for, sorry about that noise out there, the window's open. It's for the sake of their own good. It's like trying to control the outcome for their own benefit. There could be a lot of alcoholism and drinking involved, or energy of trying to find happiness in other things while this gets sorted out. And I want to say it's something that they're hiding from their family. There's something here about toxic behavior that's hidden from their family. Or perhaps it's a way that the family works in their foundational upbringing. Someone doesn't want to let a circumstance with family end because it's been absolutely what they're used to. It's what they're used to. It's like having to decide between their family and whatever it is, whether it's toxic or otherwise. It brings them great happiness to stay in the circumstance and situation because it's what they know. So if you're waiting for someone to make a decision based on choosing between their family and you and moving forward on a spiritual path, I don't see that happening anytime soon. I think understanding it and believing it, understanding the truth of the scenario and allowing yourself to believe it. There's this whole back, it's like back gambling. He's doing a gamble on the side of things. I had a very similar situation where someone didn't want his family to know about me because the family wasn't impressed by what I did for work, or didn't like me, didn't like the power that I had in my life and over my life, which made them feel lack of empowerment. But there is an absolute soul connection here. The thing is, we do have free will. My question is to you, I mean, I understand there's the twin flame journey and a lot of people resonate with that, but he's breadcrumbing you here with your family. I wonder actually if in this twin, it's like you're waiting for him, but there's no way he can actually give you what you desire. There's no way. You see. I can tell you right now, a Trinity ship by Lord Shiva. I can tell you right now that you will never, ever feel valued. Will he ever come out of it, is the question I ask, and then I pull this card. Will he ever come out of it? That to me is a no, because there's always going to be somebody spewing their crap, his family, about what he should do, who he should be. And unfortunately, you're caught in the crosshairs of that. But there's a lesson for you here to learn. You could be dealing with a Libra, Aquarius, Libra, Gemini, who's strongly in the midst here, family member or otherwise, causing issues. Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn. Strong family foundations. This is going to take a lifetime for him to work out. And honestly, with your spiritual path and journey you're on, you don't have a lifetime to wait to bring victory to this. There can be victory, but the learning of the situation doesn't mean the victory has you two together. It means the victory is about healing your own inner child. There might even be apologies and someone coming back around, but I'm telling you, it's going to be the same trip over and over and over again. And there's something for you to learn about healing you here through this circumstances situation. What in your family, which one of your family members don't you talk to because they're toxic? There's somebody here, see, he's dealing with family, interjecting between you and not able to deal with things properly. What part of your family needs healing that you've walked away from because it's toxic? Perhaps maybe even for about 3 years. Is there a need to come back to understanding that you can heal things? Could be a Sagittarius, but there is healing that's able to come and balance that's able to come as you heal your own family issues. Therefore, as well, perhaps your twin will heal theirs. It's like an obsessive compulsive need to win. If you haven't won in your own family life, then there's an excessive compulsive need to win somebody away from their family situation or family stress. That's what I'm getting for you. Let's pull you a postcard from Spirit. Dear you, you're in such good shape right now that we're all doing the happy dance. In this moment, you have the power to make a choice to get with Spirit and co-create a miracle. You may wonder where this is all going, but if you want to manifest your desires for the highest good, not your desires for what you think is the highest good, but the desires what Spirit feels is for the highest good, you need to stay focused on the now. All power is in the present moment. Ask yourself, what are your dominant thoughts now? What beliefs are you motivated by? Do you have clarity right now? How is your conscious contact with the divine? Are you plugged in, or are you trying to do life all by your small self? Get rid of negative energy now. Resentments be gone. Forgiveness and love enter. Please. Can you do your life beautifully and create your most powerful future right here, right now, in this moment? Are you thrilled to know you have a huge cheering section over here, loving you always? Dearest you, miracles never run out. Look back over your life and you will see so many moments of synchronicity when all the right people, the right place, the right opportunities, and the right time just showed up without any of your help. Think back to how you felt just before a miracle happened. You felt you were giving up, but it was more like a gentle surrender to whatever was about to happen. We want you to know that miracles are being concocted for you, and you will never ever run out of time. You just don't get to choose how they come, who will deliver them, when they will show up, and what they will do for you. All of that is our department. Spirit knows what is best for you and what wants to be expressed through you. You are incredible and amazing and a magnet for miracles. That would be a good mantra for you today. We're on it. Relax. If you only knew how much you were loved. Sigh. So there you go. There's that. There's your reading. My cards are all half-assed backwards and messed up. It makes them hard to shuffle. So I'm putting them all correct. Love you too. You're welcome. Is there anyone else in the room that would like a reading? $10 minimum fee. If not, I will close out the readings. Love reading, please. Okay, Mariana, hang on. Love reading. All right, so for love reading for you, I've just been told to pull my heart chakra deck. Or it's not really that, it's the power of love activation cards, how the divine's trying to open you up in love to things. Power of love activation card for Mariana, please. Transformation. You use the power of love to move through illusions and shift into awareness. So there's some sort of illusion that's going on right now within your mind-heart space. And the divine is shifting you into awareness. Let's read this card. This lifetime is part of the progression of your soul. The conscious thought that you are aware of right at this moment is forever a part of the evolution of your divine self. Just as caterpillar eventually becomes a butterfly, you too are slowly awakening to your true birthright as a spiritual being. As you go through this awakening, others will see your light and feel your love. This soul-to-soul connection raises your vibration, allowing transformation to occur at even a quicker pace. Like attracts like, so be sure that the energy you are sending out is positive. Negative energy coming back to you will slow your growth. As you advance into this new awareness of yourself, it is very normal to have a sense of confusion and dislocation in your career, with your family, and even with yourself. The material things in your life won't carry the same emotional attachment they used to. The relationship to yourself and others and your understanding of your place in the universe will change. You will come to realize just how important you are in the grand scheme of things. There are a finite number of souls experiencing this earth dimension at this time, and you are one of them. Your contributions matter more than you'll ever know. So understanding that how you love, there's something about how you love that's transforming, and the power that you have to love. It's almost like you came here to learn through love relationships how to transform yourself and your life. Bye, Samantha. Thank you for joining me. It's like you came here strictly to learn through love relationships. Something with a Capricorn, a toxic situation perhaps, something you feel tied to that you can't let go of. It's like an obsession, really. What crosses you in the energy is the 10 of Cups. So there needs to be a new decision about how you move forward to what it is you desire. And right now, with everybody, that's all coming up for review. As I said earlier, it's like the heart chakra is opening and you're coming into new understanding about yourself in a massive way, which also then leads it to needing to be protected, even more so. But the question is, does it really? Can we allow the spirit to do the protecting and allowing our heart to, wow. And allowing our heart to be out there on display? It takes great strength and great courage to overcome it, to overcome the need to protect when spirit already protects you. Understanding that who comes towards you is absolutely by spiritual guidance, being guided spiritually towards you. Who sits across from you tells you what you're ready for. It's up to you to ask the question before you get in relationship. Am I here to be a spiritual teacher to this person through an open heart, or am I here to be in love relationship with this person? So there's how your heart and how you do love is transforming and shifting to a dimensional understanding. Stop. To a new dimensional understanding of what love actually is, what accepting love actually looks like. That's your heart and how that's transforming. There is some sort of toxic belief or tie. There's a Capricorn or a Leo involved here, where you have this idea of what you thought love looked like, and it's like wobbling. It's changing up. What you thought love looked like is changing up. Maybe that's not love after all. Could be dealing with a mother type situation with children. You could be dealing with your own mother. You could be heading into Empress energy with this transformation. What you put energy to right now will bring about, there's your confirmation. What you put energy towards now will bring about massive change for you in the next 6 months. It's like it's time to get up and get on it. Get up and go is what I'm hearing. You have an evolution of epic proportions coming your way. Talk about transformation. Now I have Scorpio involved, but there's some sort of apathy towards whether you believe it or not. There's this type of love, you have your ideas about what love is, and it's transforming and changing about how you want to move forward with love. There could be an opportunity coming in that someone missed with you, coming towards you. But I see you being very bored with what you've been offered in the love department. That's what I see. It's like you're saying to yourself, there's got to be more than this as I pull the Lover's card. You want deep, passionate soul connection, commitment. There's an opportunity coming in. I would want to say probably between September 23rd and November 22nd, something very well may happen in August that puts you into an understanding of how toxic a situation actually is. An ending and a transformation needs to come for you. Yeah, there's been some lies, some sneakery, mental fuckery behind the scenes here. And it's almost like it's an obsession to uncover the truth. But possibly yours or someone else's obsession to uncover the truth of the situation, all it does is keep you tied to things. As you elevate and have this awakening in your heart center and transformation, there is new love coming in for you. And I think that this new circumstance, new job, new life, new love, new you, is going to help you see exactly how toxic other people were in your life, or even how toxic your need to hold on to or find the truth kept you tied to circumstances and situations that you didn't really need to be tied to. Realizing in certain circumstances that they were just after your money, or perhaps what you could do for them. Certain people have the need to be with somebody who they feel they can benefit from. Holding on to your finances and holding them to yourself so that others don't take advantage of that from you. It may leave you alone, but at least you know who's with you. And it's really going to bring you to moving away from rough waters to calm waters. You're going to be able to walk away from that toxic shit. It's not just about clearing the people or the toxicity out of your life, the people. It's about clearing what is toxic in you that brings that to you. That's exactly the transformation that's happening. It's like you're ending a cycle you no longer have to go through. This is beautiful. Yeah, see? Turning your back on a situation because your ships are starting to come in elsewhere. And I would even say on the financial front as well. But we have some major endings here of what you're going to accept in your life. Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. Taking a very logical approach to love. There is I want to say there's a very strong connection coming in. You may get wind of here in whether it's meant for love or for just your soul to grow through love. That's coming in by the end of August. It's going to take great strength for you to accept this relationship as viable, because it's almost like you got used to that toxic energy, and unless it looks like that, you won't go to that. You see, as we end a cycle and we've learned about the toxic crap and we've let it go and we're letting it go, when the new comes in, it doesn't have that same feel or that same, that same connect. And so then we might not look at it as viable, even though the connect that we had to the toxicity and stuff isn't healthy. It's still that connect. So understand that whoever comes in, it's going to take great strength for you to look at the new as even a viable thing. You may very well want to just walk away from it, but I'm telling you, in turning your back on the situation and realize on the toxic ties, this toxic tie, what I'm talking about here, the need to have, we get used to that energy. I'm sure you understand what I've said already. I feel the need to repeat myself. So you must be going in a situation where you feel the need to repeat yourself. But the divine is saying you don't have to repeat this over again. Go towards the new. People will say, well, I don't want to be with that person. Like, I just don't feel it. I wonder if you just don't feel it because it doesn't have that toxic tie. Because still in your energetic form, there's still the knowing that that toxic thing there's an energetic tie to, and what you accept to bring to yourself. If it doesn't feel that deep, overwhelming, soul-surging thing initially, it's probably because there's no toxicity in it, if that makes sense. Because you're learning how to love. You're transforming how you love. You use the power of love to move through the illusions. I think that what you've understood as love, that toxic tie, that energy that ties you to people, that deep soul connection I just can't get rid of, I don't care, blah, blah, blah. You're transforming that. And as you transform it, and the divine is transforming it within you, as you transform that illusion, the new is going to come in towards you. But you might say, I don't feel it with this person, because you don't feel that toxic tie. So that's how you should move forward. Taking every person that comes your way as an opportunity, and that the divine has put them in front of you. What can I get as a message for you about love, and how the divine would like you to handle the next? On a quest, be bold and mighty forces will aid you. Take action. Good luck favors the brave. They're telling you, go get him, tiger. Creation. Remember, your thoughts shape your future. Your words create today, and your choices become your reality. Beautiful. Beautiful. All right, let's pull you a postcard from Spirit. Dearest you, selfless giving is an elixir so sweet and life-giving and amazing that it should be customary for everyday living. Right now, generosity is being asked of you. Let go of a debt, release an obligation, or do a solid kindness for someone for no other reason than as an exercise of the heart. You will be surprised how quickly a generous heart is repaid. We know it often doesn't happen in the immediate exchange, so temper your expectations. Know that life has an uncanny way of sending miracles seemingly unrelated to your kindness, yet interconnected in magical ways. The more you act from generosity, the bigger your heart grows, and the more love and abundance you will experience. We also know that someone could be entering your life with a generous offer for you. Take it, and trust you are worthy and deserving of it. You have to receive, not just give. Isn't that beautiful to what I was just saying? Someone entering your life, and it might be challenging for you to actually accept and receive. We love you so much over here. So there you go. There's that. I love it when I'm doing a reading and I pull the cards out and a message comes out, and then out of all of these cards, I think there's like 50 here, I pull the one card that ties it all together. It never ceases to blow this Guiding Halo's mind. I am just saying. Would anyone else in the room like a reading, or shall I wrap it up for today? Awesome. Isn't it beautiful how that happens? Isn't it beautiful how that happens? Beautiful. How one reading can resonate with so many. I'm so glad you did. Mariana, thank you for joining me today and for donating so I could read for you. I appreciate it. All this money is going towards a trip to BC to go visit my mama. I haven't seen in about, 4 years now. Yeah. Well, longer than that. Longer than that, maybe almost 5 actually. So that's going to be a nice change. So for the whole room, I'm going to pull a card to tie this up then for the, it's from the Oracle of the Seven Energies by Call It Baron Reed. Love this deck. A card for the whole room, anyone who's left in here, a message that they can take with them as they move forward. A message that they can take with them as they move forward. The Royal You. Look at that beautiful card. The Royal You. Card number 16, which equals a 7. It's about your spiritual journey. I want to make sure it focuses properly. Let's read it. Do you know what it means to express personal sovereignty in your life? It's about how you hold to your inner sense of worth and integrity, securing your belief that you have a unique purpose. It's about feeling comfortable in your own skin, knowing who you are, and that nothing outside you can challenge your authentic self, the hard-won seat of awareness that you have earned. You are the ruler of your mind, and you're being invited now to consider what discipline you need to apply to your thoughts. Are they consistent with the values and beauty you intend for your life? It is important now to keep your focus on what is right and good for you as well as others. Challenges in your life at this time, no matter how large or small, must be met with a measured response. If life sends you a challenge, you can speak up and set your boundaries with grace and surety. Calm, intelligent leadership is called for now. Sovereign know when to plan their battles, so stay out of unnecessary skirmishes and strategically wield your personal power. Now is the time to lead from the heart, from your authenticity and integrity. Hold your head high and know your worth. That is the mark of a true sovereign. You see how you've leveled up here, my friends. You see how much you've grown into knowing your true sovereignty here. It's beautiful. Absolutely awesome sauce. Love it. All right, my darlings, I'm going to let you go for today. I love you all. I hope you have a beautiful day. I hope that your weekend brings you beautiful white light oracle orbishness all around you. I hope that you find an inner solidity in the truth of who you are and what you are here for, in what is being brought your way, knowing that whoever sits across from you, whatever situation, circumstance, person, place, or thing, sits across from your energy, you are absolutely ready for. The divine does not bring to you what you cannot handle. So understand that if you have been brought, someone is brought to you, and you've been brought to someone's table that needs your help, needs your guidance, it tells you a lot about what the divine thinks of you. So trust it. Trust that innate energy of what you face every single day. And when you wake up in the morning, I will say it every time, open your arms wide. Ask the universe to amaze you. Because as you do, you start going through your day, noticing the small things that happen, the coincidences, if you want to call them that. I don't believe in coincidence myself. But you start noticing the small things. You start going through your day looking for things to be amazed about. And what a beautiful way to live. What a beautiful way to live. Trust your inner guidance. Trust your intuition. And know that you are here for purpose, for absolute reason. Never forget who it is that walks beside you every day. If you never forgot that, you'd never ever doubt again. I love you guys. Blessings to you.